everybody, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is David and I'm here to help you learn English and speak fluently. So today what I want to do is ask myself questions, and when I ask myself these questions you'll be able to listen to me while you're driving, while you're working out, or while you're at home. So let's start. So the topic of today is going to be around competition. First of all, what is a competition? A competition is between one or more people, and this is when we compete for things. For example, the thing that springs to mind when I think of the word competition is maybe, for example, a basketball game. I know that you have two teams and one team wants to win. So I think when you compete, somebody has to win and somebody has to lose. Question number 2. Are you a competitive person? Why or why not? I think from and since an early age, I have always been a competitive person. I believe that I'm competitive when it comes to jobs. I'm competitive when it comes to my job market. I'm competitive when it comes to other teachers. I'm competitive when it comes to sports. I'm competitive in a lot of different areas. And what about you? Are you competitive? Question number 3. Why are some people very competitive? I believe that a lot of people are competitive for numerous reasons. Reason number 1, I believe that they want to win. They want to be the best. And sometimes they want to compete with others, but sometimes they want to compete with themselves. And I believe that if you compete with yourself or with others, you become a better version of yourself. And I all the time think you need to compete to grow. Now, question number 4. Is competition good for us? Yes. Again, I think, and in my opinion, I think that competition is good for us, but not only good, it is great for us because you become a better professional at what you do. You become a better athlete, whatever it is. I believe you become better at whatever you do. Question number 5. Do you like competitive people? It depends. I do like competitive people, but if you're competitive and, for example, in sports, and you have bad behavior and you act aggressively and you purposely hurt someone, I do not like this kind of competition. But I do like it when somebody is competitive and they, are kind and they are modest about it, I think someone like Michael Jordan is a good example of someone who is very competitive, but again, he's very modest. Question number 6. In what way is education a competition in your country? Well, right now I live in Israel. I believe that it is pretty competitive from an early age and going forward into the army. I believe that the army and also school and all of that is very connected here. And, I know that a lot of Israelis, they like to go travel and they like to go see places after the army, but when they come back, they know what they want and they go and get it. So I believe that the system here in the education system, it's kind of built for that competitiveness, because you have a lot of people have their own opinions about this, so I don't want to get too deep into it. And I actually haven't ever gone through the education system here. But if we talk about in America, for example, I remember going to school and I remember it being pretty competitive later on, let's say high school, middle school, and even going into college, this was super competitive. 7. Do you think life is a competition? Yes, I think life is a competition because all the time you're competing with yourself and others. It doesn't matter, if you study something, you're going to be competing with someone that studies with you. If you are working, you're going to be competing with someone next to you. So I think life is a competition. It is all the time and you can't escape it. Question number 8. Do we learn to be competitive or are we born competitive? I think a lot of us learn to be competitive under the circumstances and the environment that you're born in, and I think you grow from this. And but yeah, I believe that there are some people that are just born competitive people. You know, that's their personality, and it's embedded in them, it's in their DNA and genetics, and this comes out, you know. But I think if you don't have that, you have to learn to be competitive. You have to learn to, you know, go out there and get what you want. Question number 9. David Sarnoff said, competition brings out the best in products and the worst in people. What does this mean? Do you agree? I think when it's talking about products and, you know, the workforce and, you know, let's say engineers, for example, yeah, like they come out with some great products, but does it bring out the worst in them? It depends. It depends on where you're going with that question. I'd rather move on. Question number 10. A competitive person is always a winner, and an uncompetitive person is always a loser. What do you think? I think in the world that we live in today, you have to be competitive to get to the next level. So if that's competing with yourself, if that's competing with others, that's the only way to get to the next step in your career. I believe if you're uncompetitive and you know, and you just passively go about yourself in the work day and stuff like this, and you don't take initiative and you don't do things, I believe that you will stay where you are. And maybe if you're lucky enough, after over a long time, you might eventually, you know, get to the next level. I don't know. Guys, leave some comments here. This is what I think. Let me know what you think. And leave a comment. I would love to have people be a little bit more active here. And if you have any questions, I'm right here. So have a good day. Bye for now.